Hello fellow writers! Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time since I've shot a vlog and I'm so happy to be back here. So part of my sort of absence has been I've been traveling. I'm now studying abroad in Spain, which is super exciting but super busy. I'm working on learning Spanish, having a very hard time saying things that I want to say, which for a writer is difficult. I'm going to school, I'm living with a host family, hence the new background I've got going here. I know it's not quite as cute as my old one, but I'm trading a background for way better lighting because I've got this awesome window right in front of me. So I'm here, I am back, and I'm so excited to get back to vlogging. So before we start talking about what we're actually going to be talking about in this video today, I kind of want to show off my new shirt to you guys. It says, "Sometimes I like coffee more than people," and it's got like the stages of coffee addiction on it, which I love. It says, "Relax, let's start working on it, and I have to finish this." And it like perfectly describes how coffee coincides with my writing life, and I love it. I got it at a store called Lefties, which I found while I was exploring Granada, which is where I'm staying. I've never seen one in the US, but I don't know where else in the world it is, so if you find it, pick up this shirt. It was literally like $5 and I absolutely love it, so get one for yourself. So on to the writing things we're going to be talking about today. I want to give you some ways that you can identify characters in your story prior to giving them a name. I'm dealing with this in my current manuscript. I've got a character who kind of comes in, leaves, comes back, and he's very mysterious and he doesn't have a name for the majority of the story. So what I want to do is talk about the ways that you can identify that character before a name is assigned to them. So the first and most obvious way to identify a character that doesn't have a name yet is focus on something physical about them. Now this can be a mark, something like a scar or a tattoo, or maybe a hairstyle, maybe they have their hair cut a certain way. It could be a piece of clothing that they're wearing, something that physically is identifiable and characteristic of them. Now to do this, you're going to have to find something that's pretty unique. You can't just say, "Oh, the boy in the jeans." A lot of characters in your story probably wear jeans. It's got to be something very different. One example would be if you have a character who wears a specific hat. You could say the man in the bowler hat. I don't know why a bowler's cap just came to mind, but that's something that would be unique to that character and that not everyone in your story is walking around wearing. Focusing on the character's voice is another great way to identify them. We talk a lot in dialogue about how a character's voice needs to be very unique. You should be able to tell who's talking without having any dialogue tag or indication as to which character it is. This is another great way to identify them if there's no name. You can assign an adjective to that character's voice, something unique about how they talk, and use that as the kind of surrogate name while you're waiting for the right time to introduce what the character's actual name is. A character's general disposition is another great way to identify them if they don't have a name yet. Characters can be nervous or excited or angry, and that's something that kind of sets them apart from other people. So for example, you could have the nervous woman or the angry man or something along those lines that kind of sets them apart based upon the emotions that they're displaying or the disposition that they have. Characters can also be set apart by something that they've done. Take an event or an action that that character did and use that as an identifying factor. So say you've got a character who dropped a glass on the floor. For the time being, he can be the man who broke the glass. It's something that he did or that he was part of that identifies him and can be used in place of a name. Lastly, you can talk about a character based on their relationship to another character. So let's say you've got a younger sibling and then it's so-and-so's little brother or so-and-so's best friend, for example. These relationships are unique to the individual characters, and that will make it easy for readers to understand exactly who you're talking about. Hopefully some of these ideas have given you ways to identify your characters even when names aren't given. I know it's kind of a very nitpicky problem to have, but it's something I personally have been dealing with a lot lately, so I wanted you guys to have a way to deal with it also. Hopefully by next week I'll have my camera adapter so I can put up some new videos, maybe with even a little better quality. I got a new camera, so I'm super excited to share some videos of it with you. If you want even more writerly things, you can check out my blog, www.thewriteminds.com, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'm always tweeting about my writing, @MegSill. I hope you guys have a great week and happy writing!